In the midst of its political challenges, the New Nigeria People's Party has organized a prayer session for God's intervention and peace within the party. Speaking at the prayer session, the pastor of Rock of Evidence Assembly, Pastor Joy Ozo, said that since the beginning of man's creation, man has always been against man.
From the beginning of life, from the beginning of earth, controversy sets in. Men have risen against men. And anytime you want to rise in life, whether you like it or not, if you are not against anybody, somebody is against you. But regardless of the attack, regardless of the battle, regardless of the confrontation, regardless of the controversy, regardless of whatsoever that came or that will come after a man's life, the most important thing is what is God saying concerning the situation.
The founder of the party, Dr. Boniface Okechukwu Anebunam, has appealed to all aggrieved members of the party to be cool and calm and embrace peace so that the party can work with President Ahmed Tinubu's agenda in building Nigeria's economy.
As a father, I wouldn't want all this problem to continue because it's a level of distraction. You know, from one court to the other, from one police to the other and all that. It's not going to add any value because I know nobody has ever benefited anything from problem, and that's the truth of the matter. In terms of ideology, well, the multi-party system in Nigeria provided the opportunity, to make a choice, and so the ideology of our party stands on its own and a territorial society. But in any case, I have always believed one thing that is clear: it's all about your mind, your conscience, not necessarily what is putting down. It's about you knowing what is right to do the correct thing. And the law has even made it mandatory that at the age of 18 years, you're a grown-up, and if you do anything to the contrary, you go to jail.
Dr. Boniface equally queried the Independent National Electoral Commission, INEC, for not using dispute resolution mechanism to resolve the current crisis in the party.
What stops INEC to deploy alternative dispute resolution as a regulator? Gentlemen, what's going on? Come, let us listen to what you're saying and see how you can resolve the matter. These are part of your oversight function. INEC has those powers to do so, but rather you spend more time aligning with somebody who is doing something to the contrary. Meanwhile, the Supreme Court of Nigeria and various courts, they have always tried to, including INEC, that the political parties' internal affairs are within themselves. Yes, we all know. Why? Why? But you see, like I'm saying, I'm aware that this kind of scenario is not the best, and I think it calls for the attention of the Inspector General of Police, because the police, for instance, has a mandate to protect life and property and ensure peace of the society, orderliness. And so when you allow people to be doing things to the contrary, then you are as good as trying to cause public disorder, which is not the right thing to do. And you can see the prayers going on. Nobody wants problem. The matters are in court. Face the court. You understand? And that's it.
The Deputy President of NAGAFF, Forward Simeon Nwonu, has appealed to all its members not to lose sight and faith in the logistic business in the maritime sector.
But there's need for the House to come together. There's need for the two parties to come together, because together we can move mountains. But when they go individually, it becomes difficult for the party to be able to meet up with its targets, especially now that 2027 is approaching. So, in other words, the reason for gathering today is to see God's divine intervention in the affairs of the NNPP by way of bringing back all the parties that are involved in the crisis to remain one body, to remain one house, to remain one indivisible party.
The leadership of NNPP wants Senator Kwankwaso to retrace his footsteps and come back to the MOU that was signed in February 2022 between NNPP and the National Movement NTM Group. Joy Inamna Seabed TV.